Picture the North Pole, a vast, icy reservoir of frigid air, stretching for thousands of miles across the top of our planet. This is a place where temperatures can plunge to unimaginable lows, and the sun barely rises during the long, dark winter months. The Arctic is not just a remote, frozen wilderness. It's a crucial part of Earth's climate engine, storing some of the coldest air on the planet. Usually this frigid air is held in place by the jet stream, a powerful, high-altitude river of wind that circles the globe. The jet stream acts like a barrier, keeping the coldest air locked up near the pole and separating it from the milder air to the south. But sometimes the jet stream weakens or develops dramatic, meandering waves. When this happens, the barrier breaks down and the Arctic air escapes its polar prison, surging southward in a powerful rush. This movement can be sudden and dramatic, catching even seasoned meteorologists by surprise. This phenomenon is known as an Arctic outbreak, a rapid, dramatic shift as dense, dry, polar air invades regions that are usually much milder. The arrival of this air mass can transform the weather in a matter of hours, turning a calm, winter day into a scene of biting cold and swirling snow. The result? Temperatures can plummet by more than 15 degrees Celsius in just a few hours, pushing out the warmer air and replacing it with a cold so intense it seems to cut right through you. Frost forms rapidly, and the landscape is transformed into a frozen world. These outbreaks don't just bring cold, they can unleash heavy snow, sheets of ice, and dangerously low wind chills that make being outdoors hazardous. Millions of people can be affected, from city dwellers to rural communities, as daily life grinds to a halt under the weight of the cold. In North America, Arctic outbreaks often begin in the far north, plunging through Canada and barreling into the United States. The cold air funnels down through the Central Plains, spreading eastward and southward, sometimes reaching as far as Texas and the Gulf Coast. The cold that arrives is not just a typical winter chill, it's a deep, penetrating freeze that can last for days, sometimes even weeks. People bundle up in layers, their breath turning to ice in the air, and the world outside takes on a stark, frozen beauty. Understanding Arctic outbreaks is about more than just knowing when to grab an extra coat. It's about preparing for a major atmospheric event that can disrupt transportation, strain power grids, and challenge emergency services. Communities must brace for the impact, making sure homes are insulated, supplies are stocked, and vulnerable people are protected. The incoming air mass is fundamentally different from the usual winter weather. It sets the stage for record-low temperatures, hazardous driving conditions, and a heightened risk of frostbite and hypothermia. As we look ahead to December 2025, this isn't just about bundling up in a warm jacket. It's about preparing for a full-scale Arctic invasion. Communities, families, and individuals all need to be ready for what's coming. The power of the atmosphere is on full display during an Arctic outbreak, reminding us of nature's ability to reshape our world in a matter of hours. It's a force that demands our respect, our preparation, and our attention. This December's Arctic outbreak isn't just another cold snap, it's potentially historic. Meteorologists are sounding the alarm, noting that the scale and severity of this event set it apart from typical winter weather. The sheer magnitude of the cold, combined with its rapid arrival, has caught many by surprise. Forecasts show temperature drops of 30 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit below average, with cold air coming straight from the Arctic Circle and Siberia. This isn't just a local phenomenon, it's a massive, continent-spanning event with frigid air barreling southward over thousands of miles. The origins of this cold air are some of the coldest places on Earth, making the chill even more intense. A persistent weather pattern is acting like a slingshot, flinging this frigid air south with unusual force. The jet stream, which usually keeps Arctic air contained, has dipped dramatically, creating a direct pathway for the cold to surge into the heart of the United States. This rare alignment of atmospheric conditions is amplifying the outbreak's reach and power. What's remarkable is the timing. Such deep freezes are rare in mid-December, before the ground and infrastructure are ready. Cities and towns are facing icy conditions weeks earlier than usual, catching road crews and utilities off guard. The early arrival means that pipes, roads, and power lines are more vulnerable to damage. Many December low-temperature records are at risk, and the cold could last a week or more. This isn't just a brief dip. It's a sustained period of extreme cold, with the potential to shatter records that have stood for decades. Communities across the country are preparing for a prolonged battle against the elements. This isn't a fleeting chill, it's a prolonged siege, straining power grids, transportation, and public health. Emergency services are on high alert, and officials are urging people to take precautions. The risk of power outages, hazardous travel, and cold-related illnesses is rising with each passing day. The combination of intensity, origin, timing, and duration elevates this event to a major, possibly historic, Arctic outbreak. Experts say it's the kind of cold spell that only happens once in a generation, if that. The widespread impact will be felt from coast to coast, affecting millions of people. It's a cold spell that will be remembered for years. Families are hunkering down, schools are closing, and communities are coming together to help those most at risk. The stories and images from this outbreak will become part of winter weather history. The nation is bracing for a true test of resilience. As Americans prepare for the days ahead, this Arctic outbreak is a stark reminder of nature's power and the importance of being ready for the unexpected. Let's talk numbers, because this cold snap is about to rewrite the record books for millions of Americans. By December 11th, the heart of a massive Arctic air mass will settle over the upper Midwest, bringing with it a surge of frigid air straight from the polar regions. This isn't just a typical winter chill, this is the kind of cold that grabs headlines and tests the limits of infrastructure. In places like Minnesota and North Dakota, overnight lows could plummet to -15, -20, or even -25 Fahrenheit. That's -26 to -32 Celsius. For many residents, these are the coldest temperatures they'll have experienced in years, and for some, perhaps in their lifetimes. As this Arctic blast pushes eastward, major cities like Chicago, Detroit, and Buffalo will be gripped by daytime highs that may not even climb out of the single digits Fahrenheit. Imagine waking up and seeing the thermometer barely budge all day, with wind chills making it feel even colder. Even along the East Coast, cities like New York and Boston, places more accustomed to milder winters, could see daytime highs stuck in the teens. For millions, this will mean bundling up in layers, bracing for icy commutes, and facing a level of cold that's both rare and relentless. And remember, these are not wind chills, these are the actual air temperatures. Cold enough to freeze pipes in minutes, stall vehicles, and create dangerous conditions for anyone caught outside for too long. The risk of frostbite and hypothermia will be very real. Long-range weather models suggest the cold could intensify even further, with some areas potentially dipping to -28 Fahrenheit or lower. That's the kind of cold that can shatter records and bring entire regions to a standstill. Nearly everyone east of the Rockies will feel the effects of this deep freeze. From the Great Plains to the Atlantic coast, millions will be united by the shared experience of extreme cold, icy winds, and snow-packed streets. The sheer scale of this Arctic outbreak is remarkable. A powerful reminder of nature's force and unpredictability. It's a weather event that will be talked about for years to come. This is a cold that will challenge daily life for millions, making even simple tasks, like getting to work or school, a test of endurance. Expect delays, disruptions, and a renewed appreciation for warm shelters. The message is clear. Prepare now for a level of cold rarely seen in our lifetime. Stock up on essentials, check on neighbors, and take every precaution. This Arctic blast is coming, and it's going to be one for the history books. When temperatures plunge, records are at risk, and so is safety. This outbreak could shatter daily low-temperature records across the northern plains, Midwest, and Northeast. But the real danger is wind chill. Even a light breeze can make it feel 30 to 40 degrees colder, risking frostbite in minutes. By December 16th, wind chills in the Dakotas and Minnesota could reach -40 Fahrenheit. Local authorities will issue wind chill warnings, urging everyone to stay indoors and cover exposed skin. The combination of record lows and life-threatening wind chills creates a double hazard. Emergency services and energy grids will be pushed to their limits. This is a true test of community preparedness and resilience. The history books may soon have a new chapter in extreme cold. The Arctic outbreak is also fueling a parade of winter storms. As frigid air clashes with moist air, heavy snow is expected in the Great Lakes and Northeast, with lake-effect snow burying places like Buffalo and Watertown. Chicago and Detroit could see significant accumulations, while the Pacific Northwest faces torrential rain from an atmospheric river. Flooding and landslides are concerns in Oregon and Washington, while higher elevations get heavy snow. The Midwest and Northeast brace for blizzards, while the Northwest prepares for flooding. Even before the main event, storms are already impacting the East Coast. It's a chaotic period, all driven by the dramatic southward plunge of Arctic air. The nation faces a complex, high-impact weather pattern. While much of the country faces snow and cold, the western U.S. will stay dry under a stubborn high-pressure ridge. States like California, Nevada, and Arizona will see sunny, cooler-than-average weather, but little precipitation. This ridge is part of the same pattern driving the Arctic outbreak in the east. The dry spell is a double-edged sword, good for avoiding blizzards but bad for water supplies if it persists. California, after recent rains, could quickly slip back toward drought if storms don't return. It's a stark reminder of how interconnected and divided our weather can be. The main driver behind this extreme weather is an omega block, a jet stream pattern shaped like the Greek letter omega. A strong ridge over the western U.S. and Bering Sea, flanked by deep troughs, locks weather in place, letting Arctic air pour south. The Bering Sea block disrupts the polar vortex, sending frigid air into the U.S. This locked-in pattern is why the cold is so severe and persistent. With life-threatening cold, safety comes first. Stay indoors as much as possible. If you must go out, dress in layers, wear a wind-resistant outer layer, hat, scarf, and mittens. Prepare your home, check your heating, seal drafts, and let taps drip to prevent frozen pipes. Have backup heat sources and emergency supplies ready. Check on vulnerable neighbors and bring pets indoors. Prepare your car with blankets, warm clothes, and emergency supplies. Stay informed with the latest weather alerts and forecasts. Don't underestimate the cold. Frostbite and hypothermia can happen fast. Preparation is key. It's not about panic but about being ready. Community support is vital. Look out for each other. The right steps can keep you and your family safe until the cold passes. Extreme weather demands respect and readiness. Stay safe, stay warm, and stay alert. This Arctic outbreak is more than a weather event. It's a lesson in climate extremes. A warming Arctic can destabilize the jet stream, making these outbreaks more likely, even as the planet warms overall. Weather is not the same as climate. A single cold snap doesn't disprove global warming. Instead, it shows how climate change can lead to more volatile, extreme weather. This event will test our infrastructure and highlight vulnerabilities. Studying it will help us prepare for future extremes, hot or cold. Robust science, forecasting, and communication are more important than ever. It's a chilly glimpse into a more unpredictable world, and a call to action.